On this week's Waypoint, Kassadin Changes become a step more finalized, another mysterious champion from the void appears and it isn't Vel'Koz. Wriggles Lantern is now upgradable and our top plays from last week's LCS. What's up guys, and welcome to Waypoint, your weekly League of Legends recap for March 7th, 2014. I'm your host, Mike Schaffner. Now we all saw this coming and we've either groaned or been really excited about it for some time, but it appears that the Kassadin changes are finally making their way to the PvE. Now remember that this is the PvE and things are always subject to change, but let's take a moment and run through the current changes that are in store for the Voidwalker. First off, Kassadin's passive still has him taking 15% reduced magic damage, but no longer grants additional attack speed. Instead, now he will actually be able to ignore unit collision. Next, his Q Null Sphere will now damage enemy champions and grant a temporary shield that will absorb magic damage. In addition to this, Null Sphere will also interrupt any channeling abilities that the target might be performing, which means that Riot has removed the spell's silencing effect. His W Netherblade is an ability that's changed rather significantly, so listen up. Instead of restoring mana via the passive, it will now cause his auto attacks to deal bonus magic damage. When activated, his next attack will deal significant bonus damage up to 160 when maxed, at a ratio of 0.5 AP and restore 10% of his missing mana. Finally, Riftwalk, his R, remains relatively unchanged, but it looks as though Riot is planning on removing the extra damage for multiple champions hit in short succession. In addition, subsequent Riftwalks within 8 seconds of each other will cost an additional 100 mana, stacking up to 10 times. So what do you guys think? Kassadin has always been a finicky champion, and if you ever let him get just a little bit ahead, he can easily dominate an entire team. However, on the reverse side of it, if you're not doing so well with him, he can be quite squishy and easily killed. Do you guys, the viewers, think that these recent changes are enough to balance him out? Or do you think that some or all of the changes might just make him even more scary? Give us your feedback about the new Kassadin changes in the comments below. Next up, it seems that Riot just can't get enough of the Void, and this means good news for all of you Fizz players out there. Taking ideas from a sketch by Artst on DeviantArt, Riot will be releasing Void-born Fizz in the near future. An excited crowd was treated to a sneak peek of this purple menace last weekend after the LCS matches concluded. To go with the new Void Maker, Fizz's trusted shark companion will also get a makeover, but I kinda gotta wonder here, what's he gonna yell when he fires off his ult? I think it'd be fair to say that Riot's been pretty busy lately, since not only did they reveal the new Fizz skin, but it also looks that Varus is getting some TLC as well. Going on sale is the new Arctic Ops Varus skin for the standardized price of 975 Riot points. Not only does he get a cool new look, get it? Cool, because ice. It's the new theme, ice. Shut up! Sorry, excuse me. Not only does he get a cool new look, but his particle effects received a similar upgrade to match his new outfit. Be sure to keep an eye out for this amazing new skin in the store in the near future. So now let's move on to some big item changes that are coming your way from the PvE. Riot really seems to be pushing Wriggles Lantern down the throats of junglers these days, and in an effort to make it more enticing, they've decided to add an additional upgrade to the item. After 25 large monster kills, Wriggles will be upgraded into Feral Flare, and to help stack these kills faster, the kill count will begin when you first purchase Hunter's Machete and have it in your inventory, as well as applied to Madra's Razors. This new item gives the player additional AD as well as attack speed, and changes the passive Maim to now deal additional magic damage to champions and minions, as well as neutral monsters. There's no word yet on whether or not there will be a cap on this item, but it'll be interesting to see how junglers adapt it and put it into their builds. Now guys, I'm really sorry, but I gotta stop the show for a minute and talk about something that's rather serious. I'm aware of the fact that some of you absolutely hate our in-show advertisements, but fact of the matter is that they're a necessary evil. YouTube's ad streams are nothing when it comes to running a channel like this, and it only gets worse when you consider everyone out there who runs ad blocker. What really makes me happy is that a lot of you guys understand this fact and even come to my defense so that I don't have to. But now, sadly, I have another thing that I've got to discuss with you guys. Our parent company, the one who provided the funds to start and keep this show running, has fallen on hard times, and without them, this channel might not be possible. Gamebreaker has a video explaining the entire situation over on GoFundMe.com, and it's imperative to keep this channel and show running uninterrupted that you guys check out their cause. Any donation amount will help, and anything you decide to give will not go unappreciated. Now, I don't expect everyone out there to help or even donate, but if you guys at all appreciate the weekly content LOL Nation has been providing, and you guys have it in your heart to help keep this show going, any amount will help. So to check out the full campaign, head over to GoFundMe.com/Gamebreaker, or you can simply click the link that can be found in the description below. Alright, time to switch gears over to some esports, but this week I wanted to try something new. Instead of highlighting the entire match, let's take an in-depth look at a few of the biggest plays that we found in the LCS. First up today, the Copenhagen Wolves vs Millennium game. We need to give credit where credit is due. Our highlighted play comes from the Wolves jungler Amazing being, well, rather amazing. The Copenhagen Wolves are making a move onto the enemy inhibitor while Millennium is throwing some serious damage back at them. Lucian engages, forcing the Wolves out with his ultimate while Morgana tries to rush in and land her soul shackles. Now watch as Amazing lands his Q onto Trundle, quickly activating the secondary effect, bringing him into the team. He then drops a ward down right behind Morgana, safeguards to it, and ends up right behind her, dragon kicking her right into the Wolves pack. They make quick work of the remaining members of Millennium and make their final push onto the Nexus. Amazing and the pack take home a win against Millennium, brought to you by your friendly neighborhood ward. Next up, check out this highlighted play in Week 7 of the NALCS. We take it to the Rift with XDG Gaming versus Cloud9 in what seemed like what would be a fairly one-sided match. Well, this 8th place team still had something to prove, and let's check it out. AD carry Zuna sits safely behind his turret with his team close by, but just off into the fog of war, Cloud9 initiates on XDG's flank with some long-range poke. Cloud9's Lucian starts laying down some damage with his ult while Gragas lands a point-blank explosive cast. This maneuver successfully split up XDG while seriously chunking down their health bars. Zuna is knocked off to the side while the enemy is barreling down to finish him off, and his life drops down below 100 HP, but he manages to keep himself alive with careful kiting and lifesteal from auto attacks. With more crucial plays like this and a phenomenal performance from their new support Sheep, XDG is able to turn the tables and secure a win over Cloud9. That does it for this week's episode of Waypoint. Be sure to check back every Friday for updated League of Legends news. If you guys like this video, be sure to like and comment below as it helps spread our audience. And if you guys want to see more League of Legends content, recaps, and updates, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, LOL Nation TV. I'm Mike Shaftnet. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Mike Shaftnet. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next Waypoint.
Game Breaker TV.